Good morning, welcome back to TV8 Summit Sunrise. My name is Tyler Easton. Thanks for joining us this morning. We've got Elle here to talk about one of our favorite products, Boost Oxygen.
Yeah.
How are you, Elle?
I'm doing good. I'm ready for the weekend.
Yeah, and the weekend brings need for oxygen and partying and enjoying our times out there. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. We're kind of in the thick of cold and flu season right now. How can Boost Oxygen help with things like that?
Cold and flu, every year, we even get it in the fall. Oxygen is always a needed thing when you're healing. A lot of people have respiratory issues, but you can even use it when you're sick with something else, stomach flu, things like that. Oxygen's always there to get your body back up to its healing capacity, 100%. So you stay hydrated, you eat well, you have oxygen. So it's great to have that on hand. We still have that pandemic that's out there. So great to have in the house. Just never know when you're gonna need it. Number one first aid kit item, and also as an addition as well as having in your home kit and your car kit. So it's great for that. Yeah.
Well, now like we talked a couple weeks ago about maybe just having it inside your ski jacket too. If you're on the lift and you get winded, or you get in some knee-deep snow and you're huffing and puffing trying to get back your board, or even a worst case scenario. Tree well, all opportunities. If you just got this little bad boy just right here in your pocket.
Yeah.
Bang, there you
I
go.
know, it's so good for so many things.
Winter also means more indoor time, and indoor air quality we know can be a lot worse than the outside. What are the worst places you think for indoor air quality?
Well, on our website we did a top 10. I think the worst one I think was a mall, I want to say, or maybe that was the number 10. But there's a lot of areas that are indoor, obviously in your house, in a mall, your office environment. And what happens in the winter is we run the heat. We want to be energy efficient, right? So we're not going to open all the windows. And we're in there all day, and it's that dust that's recirculated, germs. Someone else might have some germs. All that air just kind of festers in there. So a lot of poor air quality going on because we're just having all the windows shut. And even though we're super outdoorsy people, a lot of the world is not. So they're inside a lot.
Right, you might be here on your vacation, and that's just you're not used to being up here at the limited oxygen, so a great way to help boost the oxygen. How can we improve the indoor air quality?
Well, there's a bunch of ways, and like I said, our website has a bunch of ways to do that. But obviously, when you can, get outside. That's huge. Have some adequate ventilation. I know a lot of the restaurants, they have the fumes from the kitchen. Personally, I have an air-to-air heat exchanger. So what that does is, even though we have all the windows sealed and we have radiant floor heating, we have the air-to-air heat exchanger, which is a very efficient way to circulate that air and get some fresh air in there without losing your heat. So there's a bunch of great ways to, besides just getting outside, to improve your air quality. Obviously, watch what you're cooking in the house. Make sure you're running the vent when you're cooking something in there. If someone is ill, make sure you get some fresh air in there and get some things circulated. So keep things clean.
Even when it's
clean your vents.
Yeah, clean your vents, and even when it's this cold outside, it's good to crack that window, get a little air in there. And, importantly, we've got the oxygen to specifically do that.
Yeah.
They got a lot of great flavors. My favorite one is this one right here. It's a pink grapefruit.
That's mine too.
Yep, it's delicious. They do like the menthol eucalyptus, if that's more your thing.
This, eucalyptus is interesting. This really just took off ever since the pandemic. People just really like this for lung support. It feels nice and cooling. It's also a big winter one. Also, allergy season. Anytime your respiratory system is kind of irritated, this is very soothing. So that's really, it's kind of pulled ahead of the peppermint, So slice it. And we also have unscented, if that's your preference. And if you can't smell because of the pandemic, I guess it doesn't matter.
Just get whichever one you can find.
Aromatherapy will still work. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
So where can we learn more about these flavors, where they can find them, just more information on the company in general?
Well, our website's great. So it's information on the product, but what I really like is the Learning Center. And the Learning Center talks about air quality like we just spoke of. We have great blogs, we have information. All of our research is there. Someone asked recently about research on supplemental oxygen, and we have that on our website as well. And then also, if you need a store that's near you, you can look on our website and go on our store locator and find one that's right in your neighborhood. So no matter where you are, it could be at your hometown in Texas, it could be up here in Summit County.
Perfect. And I love telling the story too. I saw Jake Shimbakara over at the Riverwalk Center in Breck a couple weeks ago, and they had their oxygen cans coming from Hawaii to Breckenridge at 9,000 feet. Every couple songs, they'd stop and get their oxygen and get them re-energized to go on to the next song. So if you're sitting there this morning, you're not quite feeling like you have your energy, trying to figure out something beyond that cup of coffee to get you going, grab yourself a can of Boost Oxygen, keep one in your jacket, keep one with you there in the condo. It'll get you energized for the day.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's great for fatigue. It's great for brain fog people have been having. And even surfers in Hawaii like it.
See?
Yeah,
There
so
you
you could
go.
be surfing right there. I don't know if he's a surfer, but probably knows one, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Great.
Well, thank you, Elle, for joining us this morning. Be sure to check out boostoxygen.com for more information. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.